Hi, everyone. Happy almost New Year. I can't believe 2021 is knocking on our door and we're getting ready to celebrate a new year. I don't know if you've seen this, but on Facebook, I noticed that there is a Irish tradition that at midnight, which is right around the corner tomorrow night, that the Irish tradition is that you open up the door and you let all the energy of 2020 escape, go on its merry way, and then you allow the new energy of 2021 to come in the door. I think that's a kind of a neat um, tradition that I'm going to start tomorrow night at midnight, opening up my door and letting out that negative energy or anything else that was a discomfort in this year, and then letting in new positive, uplifting energy in its place. So good luck. I also saw something that was interesting. Well, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who we all know is a famous writer, poet, and a magical person. And listen to this, what he wrote way back when. He said, "Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt creep in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be cumbered with your old nonsense. This new day is too dear, with its hopes and invitations, to waste a moment on the yesterdays." Ralph Waldo Emerson. I thought that was a terrific way for us to get in the mode of bringing in a new year. And then looking forward to an everyday occurrence. Don't dwell on the past. Don't think too much about the future. Just take it a day at a time. When we look back at 2020, it's amazing. No one could have predicted the crazy things that have happened in this last year with COVID-19, with being isolated, having to work from home in most cases, not socializing as often. Unbelievable. We couldn't have predicted that. But how we reacted to it and how we continue to react to it is really key. And one of the things that I teach when I do a workshop called Endings and Beginnings, I love this workshop because I get a chance to work with individuals to take a look at what they've done in the year prior and help prepare them for the future. And the easiest thing that we can do right now is to take a look at our calendars, whether you do a digital calendar or you have a paper calendar. I have this one. Believe it or not, I have used the same planner, not this exact same planner, but every year getting a new one, for I'll bet it's been probably 24 years. Unbelievable. And I like it because I can write in it and I can highlight and I can make notes, and I just feel so connected by writing and having things written down. So what I do, and this is a great exercise for all of you, is to take a day timer that you had, or just look at your calendars for 2020 and go month to month and start writing down the things that were positive that happened to you this year. There's got to be some in there. It wasn't all bad. Trust me, we could find some positives in 2020. And then write them down. I did it this morning, actually, and I wrote them on little post-it notes. Can you see? And it was fascinating because I forgot so many things. We had 3 trips in the beginning, in the first quarter of 2020, before we really knew what was going on with COVID. I went to Phoenix. Stan and I went to Phoenix, and we went to New Mexico. I went to a wedding in Chicago right before the pandemic when nobody knew, and it was about a 200-person wedding. Um, Connor came home in March for a few days to visit with us before he went on assignment. I started a podcast. I was a guest on a podcast. I sold several homes between the beginning of the year and this month. A couple trips, weekend trips, September, October, and November we took to celebrate a birthday, to celebrate our anniversary, to see my dad and my sister in New Jersey for a very small mini family reunion because my dad's 95 and he wanted his girls around him. He's in excellent health, but he said, you know what? I'd like to be with you girls. So we did. We gathered in a small group and had a wonderful mini reunion in October. So look at your calendar, look at those dates. What happened? What was good that you can take away from this year? And then after you've evaluated it, then start writing down some goals for 2021. And even though some goals that you write down might not be actualized, or maybe some things will change, and that's okay. Adjust your goals accordingly. Go ahead and do it anyway. Put those thoughts out there, put those affirmations together, and assume that right action is taking place, that you are achieving all the goals that you set for 2021. Another thing you might consider, and I did this while Connor is here visiting. He surprised us, I believe it was Wednesday night, and had no idea. The doorbell rang. I thought it was Amazon at 9 o'clock at night making a delivery. And lo and behold, it was our son Connor, who most of you know is an Army Ranger and has been on an assignment for 4 months. So that was a wonderful Christmas surprise. But I decided to do something a little different as far as goal setting and to maximize the visit. And you might want to do this going into the new year. Instead of setting these long-term lofty goals and, just think about a day-to-day goal. Sometimes it's just good to get through the day. And I did that, and it was so cool. I have to tell you, like, I know you can't really see, but here's some of them. But I just took each day and I just wrote down the things that we wanted to do, what we wanted to accomplish in that day. And then as soon as we did it, I would take a big black marker and cross it off. And then I'd make a new page for the next day and the next day and the next day. And I think that without writing down those, sort of like a to-do list, but a fun to-do list, these were fun things, like going to see the Christmas lights at the Ritz and driving through that neighborhood off of Satrona and seeing the Christmas lights. Things like that, visiting family, basically doing the things that you want to do, but by writing them down and then crossing them off when they were actualized is so empowering. And it's so easy to do, and it's not that complicated. So, anyway, I wish you all the best in 2021. Let's look forward to the future. Let's take it a day at a time. And then let's look back, though, on 2020 and pick out those pearls of positivity that we all had good things happen to us. So focus on that and not on the negative and not on the things that went wrong or the things that you couldn't do during this year and during the pandemic, because there were some good things that happened. Trust me. Anyway, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2021.